Texas. We're here just north of Houston, and we are so grateful you're joining us today. I cannot wait to share with you some of the things that are really special about this particular floor plan. We are joined, as always, by our Director of Marketing, Mrs. Dawn Dantzler. Say hello, Dawn.
Hi, everybody.
So Dawn will be here moderating the chat, prompting us for any questions that we'd like to answer for you guys. So if you have any questions whatsoever about the San Jacinto plan in particular, about building on your land, about building a custom home or the financing or anything that goes along with that, please ask us. Post in the chat. Dawn will stop me, which she's going to have to do because I get really passionate about this particular model home because
it's a favorite.
I did. Yes, it is a favorite of all of our customers. And I spent about a decade of my career here at the Spring Design Center. So the San Jacinto is near and dear to my heart. And so please feel free to ask any questions. It is a 2,500 square foot, one-story home, which is a really great versatile design for a growing family or even empty nesters that are going to have folks coming back and visiting them. It actually lays out extremely well as a work from home or virtual study from home type of situation. We'll show you that after a while. But I do want to start out by at least showing you the foyer area. We have a big, beautiful 8-foot mahogany door with gorgeous light fixture package here. We've used an extensive amount of stone and cedar on this particular elevation. This is elevation D. I'm going to briefly step outside. There is quite a bit of freeway noise because we're on I-45 here in Spring, Texas, just north of Houston in the San Jacinto model home. So step out here so I can show you the size of this front porch. It's about 35 feet wide, side to side, and about 7 feet deep at the narrowest points here. So plenty large enough for hanging out. You can put a swing out here. And I do want to at least get a shot of the front elevation. And again, thanks for bearing with us. We're here at the San Jacinto model in Spring, Texas. It's open 7 days a week. So we have a lot of stone and board and bat siding, which is hardy plank, beautiful light fixture package. Big, beautiful wood posts, stone, and you can see the thickness of the stone that we're using here. It is real stone. Let's get back inside where we can get a little bit quieter and have a conversation about this gorgeous home. So again, ask all your questions in the chat. Dawn will be moderating the chat for me. She'll stop me when it's time, and we'll answer your questions. The San Jacinto model home is set up with a formal dining space. So it's right here as you walk into the home on your left. And beautiful views out the front to your property. Of course, it's also going to have very easy access to the kitchen, which we'll get to in a minute, but the real heart and soul of the home is right in here, guys. We'll get there in just a second. So we have had a number of customers that will turn this here, which is currently a fourth bedroom, into a study or formal living space. It can be accessed here. That's fine. We have it set up as a spare bedroom. So we'll head that way first, as long as we can keep the signal good. But the 3 spare bedrooms all share a bathroom that's located here behind me. But you have a big, beautiful, tall ceiling here in this bedroom. Plenty of space. Nice closet storage area. And then got a little kids room set up here. Again, nice storage, beautiful views. And then the last spare bedroom here. So we have it set up as a 4-bedroom plus a formal dining room plus a flex space, which we'll get to here in a second. So a lot of rooms, a lot of versatility in this particular floor plan. Again, we're in the San Jacinto model here in Spring, Texas. 2,500 square foot, one-story home. Take a look at the granite countertops we've got here. We've got storage in the secondary bath. So very easy for folks to share this space. Get your recessed LED lighting in there. And then back into the family room, which is just really beautiful. You see all the glass from the 4-foot by 7-foot windows pouring that light into the living space. So you got your LED lights. You got your ceiling fan that's got LED lighting in it. And of course, what cannot be understated is, or can be overstated rather, is the kitchen of the San Jacinto home. We take this kitchen and put it in multiple floor plans that folks ask for. But we'll get there in a second. Dawn, do we have any questions at all about the spaces we've hit so far that we need to answer, or you want me to go into the kitchen and further
We
explore?
do not have any questions yet, so
Excellent.
go ahead
All right.
and keep showing.
Okay, so we're going to head into the kitchen. I want to show you guys some of my favorite parts of this home. So first of all, you can see how wide it is, and what's really sometimes not noticed on this plan is the bar itself actually curves out into the family room. I mean, the wall and everything actually curves out, which really is a nice aesthetic feature when you're coming in here. And so, of course, you got extensive LED lighting, beautiful hanging fixture over the island. The island is highly decorative. So you've got access on the other side of the island, which I'll show in a second, and then these beautiful wood panels that are done on this side to give that decorative look. Of course, you're going to have full extension drawer glides and throughout, and you can see how big the space actually gets here behind the sink because that wall curves all the way out, which is a really, really nice feature. We've got some tilt-out trays here, so all the little knickknacks and sponges and things like that that ordinarily wind up on your counter, cluttering up the space, we get rid of that. Nice, beautiful drawer space. And you can see where the kitchen sink itself actually is pulled out a little. Just these really nice little ornate details that kind of go the extra mile. Got a trash can pull out here right beside the sink, which has enough space for two 13-gallon trash cans. Those of you who do composting. And then I want to come around to the other side of this kitchen. Again, ask any questions you have in the chat. We'll be glad to answer them for you. So the kitchen here, we got a bunch of pull-out trays in the island. So you're not having to wonder if you can get to all your stuff, your mixers or your bowls or your measuring cups and things like that are sometimes get lost way back in the back. Those shelves help pull them out. You got some really neat little wicker baskets. So your bananas, your fruit, oranges, things like that can go in there. And same thing on the other end of the island. So significant amount of storage in the island of the San Jacinto model home. Nice big pull-out trays here in the island. So again, you really, until you come see this house and see all the storage that's available, it's really, really hard to appreciate it just from the photographs.
Absolutely. Eric, we do have a couple of questions. Denise is asking if the fixed windows in the living room can be turned into ones that open.
Oh, absolutely, Denise. Yeah, thanks for asking. So you'll see right here in the breakfast room, they are single hung windows. And single hung simply means that the bottom sash goes up and down. And yeah, it doesn't cost anything to convert these into single hung windows. We can do that. So right now we have them as fixed just so we don't have that horizontal line going across it, taking out the view. But absolutely, if you want to change those to single hung, we can do that. Great question, Denise. Thanks for asking.
Great. And Terry is asking what size the guest bedrooms are.
I'm going to let you correct me. I think they're 11 by 13, 11, 4 by 12, 8, if I remember offhand. How'd I do?
You were close. So it varies a little bit between them. You've got three extra bedrooms in this house. Mm-hmm. So one of them is 13.3 by 10.11. One is 11.11 by 11.6. And the last one is 12 foot 2 inches by 11 foot 6 inches.
There you go. So I think if you called it 11 by 12, you'd be really, really safe. I think it'd be a pretty good estimation. Yeah, great question.
You're good guess. And let's see. Rob is asking if there are other options of kitchen cabinet styles available.
Oh my goodness, yes. Yeah, and we've actually thought about that at times, maybe doing an entire Facebook Live. You guys let us know, but over the various cabinet selections that are available from one of our design center color selection rooms. But yes, you absolutely have different, not only, so you got species of wood that you can choose. You've got the door style itself. So this is kind of a raised panel design. You've got the edge profile. And then, of course, the stain, whether it's stained or painted. So there's countless ways. I guess it's not countless, technically. You can count them if you want to. But there are a number of ways that you can customize the way the cabinets are going to look in your home. So, yeah, great question. But
Shane over on Facebook, over on YouTube is asking if we can build this home in the DFW area.
We absolutely can build this home in the DFW area. We have 3 locations that have design centers and model homes in DFW in the Metroplex. We have one in Waxahachie, Texas, south on 35E. We have one in Weatherford, Texas on I-20. And then we have one in Melissa, Texas, just north of McKinney on the North Central Expressway, or what we used to call US 75. So we absolutely can build, and we build in pretty well all the counties across the DFW Metroplex. Certainly all the counties around there. And then we only the only ones we don't serve is like way, way northeast Texas, but everywhere across the Metroplex.
Awesome. Catherine is asking if she can change our home so that every bedroom has a restroom, has a bathroom attached to it.
Of course. Yeah, you absolutely can. We're going to definitely need to add some space to make that happen. But yes, we have customers that do that. We also have several that'll end up settling on like maybe one of the bedrooms has its own private bath and the others two share maybe like a Jack and Jill type of bath situation. But yeah, we can certainly do that. I don't see a whole lot of 4-bedroom, 4-bath houses, but it's certainly something that we have done before and can do.
Okay, awesome. Angelica is asking about the trash can pull-out in the kitchen. Can it be made to a bigger size?
Yeah, you bet. Let me show you. There are some fixed sizes that it needs to be. I think this is actually the smallest that it's able to be. So yeah, it can go up kind of in 3-inch increments, maybe 18-inch, 24-inch. There is a size limit because you could make it so wide that the amount of weight from putting trash cans in there and the trash goes in them could cause a problem. But certainly up to 24 inches would not be an issue.
Okay, that makes sense. Denise has a question about whether the pull-out trays in the cabinets are a standard feature.
So the pull-out trays are a standard feature in this particular floor plan. So that's going to vary by plan. So some of our plans have them as standard features, and others they are value-added options that you could do. But yes, this house has a significant amount of them. I mean, you've got 2 sets here on the range on the cooktop wall. You've got 2 sets in the island. Plus, you have these massive drawers that'll fit large pots and pans right under the cooktop, and you've got them, of course, like I said, here in the island as well. So if you don't need that many, we can certainly change that around, and we can also add those to any home that we have.
Okay, excellent. So Shelley is asking, I guess, a question about how our custom options usually work. They have chosen to build the San Jacinto as their new home, and they added a lot of custom options, such as the alternate kitchen, walk-in pantry, and they did the 3-bedroom version.
Okay.
She's saying, some options were credited back when they upgraded them, but she's noticing that some things were not. So how does the pricing on custom options work?
Yeah, so it ends up very simply being, and again, without looking at the e-ticket that you've got, it's hard to say for sure, but certainly the custom options work where you get credit for the things that you're not using anymore, and you're charged for the things that we're adding to that. And typically it's a net difference of the two. So for instance, sometimes even in going down to a 3-bedroom version, we actually end up adding perimeter on the exterior, which I know is kind of a complicated thing to think about, but it is technically possible that you could actually reduce the size of a home and make it more complicated. That's not necessarily what went down, but it certainly can happen. And then, yeah, depending on the alternate pantry, again, I don't have the cost of that sitting in front of you. Maybe you do, Dawn, where it's there readily available. But I think because if I remember correctly, you are getting rid of the chef's pantry that we have in there. That's got some pull-out trays. And so there's going to be a credit for that, but then a charge for like the interior door and the shelving that goes in its place. So typically it's just a net difference between.
Yeah, the custom option I'm seeing adds like a drop zone. So there's also that space there.
So yeah, you're going to have some granite going in there and some cabinets going in there, but you typically beneath, or at least a wood shelf of some sort going beneath there.
So yeah, the best advice is probably just to talk to your design consultants and let's go through it. They can go through that line item by line item with you again.
That's a good point.
So let's see. I don't know if this name is Lace or Lacey, so sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. She loves the elevation of the San Jacinto. Are there any under 2,000 square foot plans that have that same exterior elevation?
So really the exterior of the home is the easiest part to change. We can, if you don't see one that has it exactly the way you want it to, we can certainly make it look that way. The San Jacinto is unique in that it is a perfectly symmetrical design. So the front door is dead center, and then the space for the dining room and front bedroom is identical from there, and the space for the study and the secondary bedroom is all the same marching forward. So it does give it that really nice, beautiful, symmetrical look. So the first thing we got to do is kind of achieve that on whatever plan you're looking at. So maybe a Whitney or maybe a Gonzalez, something like that, and then get it symmetrical there where that porch can be centered over it, and then put that gable on the front and the stone, and then you're off to the races. But yes, it's very easy to make some of our smaller homes look like that. So pick one that works for you floor plan wise, and then let us modify from there. It's usually way better to do that than to take one like this and put it down, particularly below 2,000 square feet. So great question. Thank you.
Great. Eric has a question about the alternate kitchen. If he chooses the alternate kitchen, which removes that island, will it make more space in the living area, or will the kitchen be more open?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna rely on Dawn a little bit to pull that up. I think we have.
So it looks like you get a little bit of both, honestly, because what happens is that peninsula it scoots back, like what Eric is showing right now. So instead of being all the way at the edge of the living room space, it's going to actually move back some. So you get both, just depending on how you change your flooring to designate what your living area is.
Yeah, this is your arch going to the family room. So it's just a big island that goes back. So this would go away back here. This disappears. The family room
looks
wall.
Like the island goes in the space right now in between.
That's right.
Where the current island is. So
this part stays where it is. So that the separation between the family and kitchen doesn't change. These columns go away, I believe.
Yes, they do.
And then you have a larger island, not dissimilar from what's in the LaSalle or maybe the Breckenridge. Maybe not quite that big, but pretty close to that size island that goes here instead. Great question.
Taylor is asking if all of our homes have the trash can pull out.
They don't all have it. Actually, great question, Taylor. They all can have it. So kind of like similar to the pull-out trays. If you have somewhere that you want to do it, it's very common to have it kind of the dishwasher on one side, like we've got it here. We have the dishwasher over here and the trash can put on the other. Not every plan you can do that on, but it does work well if you can do that. Otherwise, we've had folks do it kind of down on the end or one end here. But yeah, it's really going to be done per plan. Some plans come with it, and some plans we leave it up to the customer to decide where they'd like to put it.
Okay. And then Jabo is asking if we know kind of the cost to add those pull-out trays for cabinets that don't include them.
Jabo, I do not have that information. I mean, I've got it at in the office, but I'm not out here in the model. I don't have it. But send us a private message, and we can get that information from a sales consultant and get it to you.
Okay, awesome. Catherine is asking if our cabinets can be built to have steps, stools incorporated somehow so they can reach the higher areas.
Well, I mean, who can't reach all this stuff up here? There's nothing in here we can't
Normal
reach.
height people, Eric.
So I think I've seen what you're talking about, Catherine. That's a really cool concept. I don't know that the cabinet company we're using right now has something like that. Kind of what I believe she's referring to is in some cases where, like, say, this is a drawer that comes out. That wouldn't be a drawer. That would actually be a step that is designed to sustain human weight to get on and step. And so that's something that we want to check with our cabinet manufacturer about, make sure that it's safe, that it can be executed properly and within the code. And if all those things can be done and they can do it confidently, then yeah, it's certainly something that we'd gladly entertain for you guys.
All right. Crystal and Derek are asking if it's possible to add the San Jacinto kitchen into the smaller plans that are less than 1,500 square feet.
Okay, so that's going to be. It won't be the exact San Jacinto kitchen for sure. A great question. When you start to get below about 2,000, 1,900 square feet, this kitchen starts to become kind of out of scale. It starts to become too big for the house to support. It starts to become as big as the family room in some cases, and maybe bigger in some of the 1,400 and 1,500 square foot homes. So you definitely want to scale it where it looks right. It looks really, really cool in this house because it's a 2,500 foot house. We'd want to scale it properly. Probably go with something more like the alternate kitchen where you don't have three. In this kitchen we've got really 3 rows of cabinetry, and then it just takes a certain amount of space to accommodate all of that most 1,500 square foot homes are just not going to have in them. So I would probably put the limit of this exact kitchen or something close to it of somewhere closer to 2,000 square feet at a minimum to make it look scale. Otherwise, we can still achieve some of this look, right? If you like the stone and the cedar and those kind of things, that we can accommodate in other plans. But as far as having 3 completely separate work surfaces, that might be a stretch in a 1,500 square foot home. Great question. Thank you for asking.
That makes sense. Angelica has a question about where the door that's in the kitchen goes to.
Door in the kitchen. Oh, well, no, we haven't missed it yet.
Yeah, the one in the breakfast nook.
I'm assuming you mean this door, Angelica, and since you asked, it goes outside. So the covered porch, great segue, Angelica. So you go out here to the covered porch of the San Jacinto. Of course, you got your hardy soffit. You got a board and bat hardy on the back of the home, and there's another door that goes into your utility room. So we'll go in there in a moment. But since we're here, we'll do the back of the house real quick. So, of course, there's the back of your breakfast nook. There's your family room, which has that 10-foot, 6-inch ceiling in it, the big 4070 windows. And then there's our master bath, which we'll get to here in a second. And then I'm in the trees all of a sudden. So we're going to head back in.
Enjoying some nature.
That's right. But again, this is the San Jacinto model home here in Spring, Texas. We'll go ahead and do the sneak attack thing. We'll go back into make sure I don't lock myself out. That would be really great on Facebook Live. Oh, I did.
Well, Wendy's watching. She can come out and let you back in.
Help me. So we come into the utility room from the outside. So you're out there, your muddy boots. You got no reason to come in the main living area. So you come in here to the utility, kick your boots off. You got a significant amount of storage in here. You got a great place to store things or fold clothes. You got lots of cabinetry in the utility room. Has a very unique feature here. See if I can get up here and see it. Is you've got a clothes rod up in there that you no way you can see that on any of our digital stuff. So you can take stuff out of the dryer that's supposed to hang and put it, or out of the washer rather, that's supposed to hang. I almost got that messed up. You got your space for a freezer here and more countertop there. So really quite a bit of space, and then a big utility cabinet in the utility room as well. So there's really no reason to have stuff out all over the floor. The water heater is down in this particular model, in this design. So your water heater is in there. And we rearrange when you do an attached garage, you can either come through the porch into here, or we can actually rearrange this where the door comes directly into the utility room. And while I'm here, I do want to show, and then we'll get back to the questions. I want to show, because there's so many folks doing the work from home right now, this house really lends itself well to that. And that is, you park your car here, you come right into through the utility room. You've got space to drop your stuff off. You've got a half bath here that access for the easy for the outside. Nice, lot of space. And then you've got the home. We have it set up as a study, as an office. It is a flex space, so it could be a 5th bedroom. We have an option to make it a mother-in-law suite, going through there to the dining room instead of having a formal dining. But just a great, nice, private setup that you could really, if you wanted to, even put a door here, and you're completely separated from the rest of the home. Have a nice, quiet space. Kids can do their remote learning. So.
Very nice. While you are standing where you are, Jennifer was asking what the pantry options are in this model. So if you can finish showing what you started there.
I'm glad you asked. Thank you, Jennifer, for asking, because I keep wanting to show these, because again, it's hard for people to visualize when you're looking at just the pictures of just the significant amount of custom cabinetry. So let me back up a little bit here and show you what on. Now so your refrigerator space would be here, and then all of this is pantry, and it's not just cabinet, because they pull all the way out. So in case you don't need the steps, you can actually reach everything that's back here, because those trays pull all the way out on both sides. So now that's going to be included with the home. And then there are other ways that we can do. I'll show you this one over here. It's got kind of a drop zone and alternate utility. And that here, so you've got more of a kind of a butler's pantry area there. That's where this would go, and this, of course, this would go into the flex space itself. So the flex space would become a larger utility room. You've got a drop zone here. You keep the half bath, and then directly onto to the outside. So that's one option. And then really, you're not limited on what we can do with the paint. We've had people that just turn this space. Let me get these closed real quick. Bear with me just one moment. We have folks that will actually just turn this here into a regular sheetrock pantry itself, double doors that open up, 16-inch deep shelves, whatever works for you and your family's needs. That's what's most typically done, is either what I just described there or the custom option that you can see on the website. Dawn, are you have anything else that you're looking at that could do?
No, those are the ones that I see offhand too. Ashley has a question about the alternate kitchen, if you happen to know. Do you know if the trash can pull-out is included in that island? When they
I
go
do not. Maybe Dawn could pull the work copy up and it would show on the cabinet detail, but I don't know for sure if we maintain that in the island. If it's not on there, I mean, that is not one of those very highly expensive options to do. It's a pretty easy thing to do.
Okay, I'll try to pull that out and find it. Lace is asking if we have done a San Jacinto and all hardy plank with no stone or brick.
We have. We have done a farmhouse style San Jacinto. I don't know that we have pictures of it sitting around. It looks like the ceiling fan is coming out of my head. That's the stuff that makes our videographer crazy when I do that.
We're sorry, David.
I apologize, David. You're not here to help me. I can't be trusted alone. But yes, we have done, Lace, to answer your question, an all hardy plank version, both horizontal hardy plank as well as the board and bat. I don't know that we have any pictures of it. It would look very, very, very similar to the Magnolia that we did that is on the website. Very similar look. The Magnolia is also a symmetrical home, like you're talking about. So it has the front door, and then it's symmetrical across the front of the home. So it would look extremely similar to that.
Okay, sounds good. Let's see. Tiffany is saying she's thanking us for doing these lives. She loves the home. She's really grateful that we're distracting her today because she is fleeing from the hurricane. So they've evacuated safely to San Antonio.
Good. I'm glad to know you're out of there, and I hope everything goes well with your family and your home, and get back home safe.
Yes, be safe. Laurie is asking if they can change the color island in the kitchen, and if so, if there's a change fee with the new cabinet maker. And congratulations, Laurie. She signed a contract with us this weekend with Curtis. So we're very excited. I was excited to see that.
So the answer is yes, you can have a different cabinet color. I believe you can have 2 different colors for no charge. You double check with Curtis on that to be sure. You can have 2 different colors as long as they're the base standard colors. So if you wanted to have, like the island, a color that was maybe one of our optionals, and then the rest of the kitchen as a what's included color, then you would just pay with the island one. But double check with Curtis to be sure exactly what colors are included. But I'm pretty sure you can have two options.
Okay. And Nora is asking if this house can have a cathedral ceiling.
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, it'd be right here behind me. You could go. It would traditionally go front to back because this house, the way we have it built here, does not have the bonus room. So that ceiling would go right through here, and it would go up just exactly how you see the driftwood, and that's definitely the driftwood. LaSalle would be another example that it would go that way, front to back cathedral. Great question.
Okay.
Should we try to go to the master suite, Dawn?
Sure, we can try the master suite.
All right, so Dawn's going to let me know if we maintain a strong signal, because I do want to show off the master suite. It is not, a lot of people, this home isn't a, quote, split floor plan in that all the bedrooms are on one side of the home, but they share separate entrances. So let me back up just a little bit here. The entrance to the spare bedrooms is on this side of the family room. On the master, it's over here. So you do not access all the rooms from the same hallway. So the master suite is, in fact, secluded. They have their own private space. Really beautiful window with a neat little ceiling treatment. Something to give it a little bit of character here. Nice, big master bedroom. We show it here, of course, with a king-size bed and furniture. And then an exquisite master bath. big corner soaking tub, similar to the Fredericksburg. Separate vanities. So we have a longer one here that we have cabinets in. You could do a knee space if you'd rather do that. And then, of course, we have a taller raised one here. This is going to change. So we're about to remodel this bathroom. This is going to be all cabinetry across the front here, which would be really gorgeous. This would be now semi-frameless glass. So we're gonna get that changed too. But nice big shower. Got a seat in the shower. You do have a walk-in closet back here that is large enough. I want to be sure we don't lose everybody. So I'll just peer into there. But you got 3 rows of shelving and rod, and then a nice, beautiful kind of a custom. It's almost like a piece of furniture, but you've got storage here.
Beautiful.
Yeah, plenty of storage for towels, washcloths. All of my hair products that I use could easily fit in here. They can also fit in the my back pocket. So, and then you also have a laundry hamper here. So there's no excuse, dads and husbands, to leave your dirty clothes on the floor. They all can go in there, and then a significant amount of storage through here. And these are all adjustable shelves, of course. So, and then the water closet is in a separate room. It's got a pocket door on it there, cabinetry in there for all that extra toilet paper that you've got. Everybody's got plenty of toilet paper. So that's the master suite. And that's really the bulk of the home. Any other questions that we can answer, Ms. Dantzler?
We do. Ashley, I was able to find the answer for you on the alternate kitchen design with the trash pullout. So looking at the work copies, it does not look like that's included standard, just because you lost all of that kitchen space in the second, all the cabinet space in the second island. So it's not standard to have that trash can pull out, but I see a couple places where you could definitely figure out how to add one in there for you.
For sure.
So hopefully that answers that question. Let's see. Teresa is asking if we could extend the back patio so it stretches from the master bathroom to the utility room.
Yeah, absolutely. So, in fact, that might be one of the custom options, honestly. It has the covered patio that goes from there all the way across here and to there. And if it's not one of the custom options, we can absolutely, we've done it. I've done it a number of times for customers where it's come out here and just wrapped around the breakfast room and stopped. Because one thing to consider is that when you cover this, of course, there's still natural light coming in, but it's shaded, right? Because you're almost like putting a ball cap on the house, if you will. That roof line is going to come down some, and it's going to shade some of it, so it won't be quite as much natural light, but it does make for a beautiful outdoor living space when you enclose all this in, because it's really you're about 19 feet wide, almost 20 feet wide from there to here. So it's a really nice space, and yes, we absolutely can make that your covered porch, which is beautiful to do that.
Okay, great. Luann was asking about kind of how there's a step into the back of the house. Is that she was looking for wheelchair accessibility? Is that something that we can add to the home?
Great question. Yeah. So covered porches are poured about 1.5 to 3 inches lower than the rest of the home. That's really just to keep water out. So if it's raining, if wind-driven rain is coming on, like it's about to happen here in this area in the coming days, we don't get water coming under the thresholds. But what can be done is, we can make a ramp that goes down. That goes down into the onto the rest of the patio. So, and we can do it at the front door as well in half. So does the water heater get moved to the garage or stay in the utility room? So you can actually do that either way, J-Bo. You can leave it in the utility room, or you can move it into the garage. And either way is fine. Maybe Dawn could pull up and say for sure. I do want to let you know, Dawn, I've lost your audio. So we're now flying a little bit blind. I think that's Miss Angela McKay with Lasso. Thanks, Angela. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, okay. So Don, I want to know the size of the butler's pantry in the flex room. Okay. Well, Don, gonna have to pull up the work copy of that. Maybe she can give us that answer.
And I just realized that I was muted, and that's why you couldn't hear me. So let me go back to what I was saying before to Jacob. So the water heater, by default, is going to stay in the closet in the utility room. That's how we lay it out with a 2-car garage, since we already have that nice closet for you. But I'm sure you can move it out if you want to.
Absolutely. Sorry about that, folks. That was
sorry. That's the beauty of live. So let me see the question about the alternate adding in the pantry.
Yeah, it's going to be, I mean, the same, I think it's at least 9 or 10 feet going in, and probably close to 5 or 6 feet wide. It'll be real close.
Of course, there's no measurement on here.
Well, the measurement of the flex room would
it's like 11 foot 3 inches deep. And then, the width, it kind of varies because it kind of moves around.
It's about 11 by 6. It's big for a pantry. I mean, definitely walk in.
Yeah, and it's 5 shelves all around, which is really, really nice. Kevin is asking how much leg room you have sitting at the kitchen on the bar stool, and if that countertop can be extended.
Great question. Okay, so we're going to try and do this in the most appropriate way possible. I want to try to move this down and show you kind of where I got quite a bit, and I'm about 6'3". So we've got a good amount of leg room. Of course, these are pushed in because we behave ourselves here. But let's see if I can get back here and see. But I have room to spin. I'm not hitting the couch. I've got plenty of space between me and the couch, and it's a massive couch. So there's significant amount of space. But yeah, if you wanted to move it out further, you certainly could. It overhangs about a foot already, but so it ends up being almost 16 to 20 inches of countertop, because you got of course you got a 6-inch wall in this particular home. Hope that helps.
Excellent.
I don't think I did anything to offend anybody yet.
No, I think you were all right. No more than usual, at least.
Thank you. Good.
Eric is asking if they choose to build this home, do the appliances come with it, as in the stove, dishwasher, and oven?
Okay, great question. So all of the built-in appliances, yes, sir, would come with it. So basically it would include everything except your washer, your dryer, and your refrigerator. So all the built-in appliances will be included in the pricing that you see on the website. Now we offer all those other things as well. We offer the washer, dryer, refrigerators, all those things if you're inclined to do that. Most people like to kind of get closer to the end and find something that they really, really like that suits them better. But we can make that happen. But yes, it would come with your cooktop, your vent hood, the vents all the way out, oven, and of course the dishwasher. Great question. Thank you, Eric.
Great.
Erics are smart. Erics are smart. Just in general. I don't know what it is.
They really are.
Guys.
Jennifer's are also smart, and she's asking if you can put a gas fireplace on the wall where the TV is.
Yes, you absolutely can. So we've done it here in the middle, this window here instead of the window, or we've also done it, yes, where the TV is. So you have the fireplace down low, and then you can mount the TV above that if you choose to do so. We certainly can do that. And actually, I think there's a custom option on the website to put the fireplace space there.
Mm-hmm. That there is. Michelle is letting us know that she would really like to see a canyon, and we would too. We're working on it. And she is signing her contract tomorrow with Tanya.
Brilliant. That's awesome. Yeah, we have some canyons. We've got 1 or 2 that are done and a few that are nearing completion. So we hope to have some more data on that soon.
Absolutely. Lace is asking if instead of the front and back patio being level with the ground, can we elevate the home to have a set of steps leading up to the entrance? Good question.
Okay, yeah, great question. So I want to be sure I understand this correctly. The short answer is going to be yes, but we want to be sure though. Are you wanting to? It looks like you're wanting to have the steps go up to the patio itself. So you got to keep in mind we've done so. Full disclosure, and this is actually a great testament of this home, This house has been here, the bones of this house, slab, frame, roof, all that, since 2002. 18 years old, this house is. Now, of course, we remodeled the inside to bring the colors and cabinets and stone, things like that current, but the bones of this house has sat here for 18 years and just tough as nails. So, that being said, over the years, as we do more mulching and landscaping and flowers and color and all that stuff, and the landscaping matures, it's built up. But the way we start our homes is typically 11 and a half inches or about a little over a foot above natural ground is where in some cases it's 14 and a half, and some cases it's 11 and a half, but in all cases it's not going to be formed up level with the ground. It's going to be about a foot above the ground. So you can either kind of leave it like that, where that would be about 2 steps going up. And then if you're really interested in having it being higher than that, we can raise it in 5.5 inch increments or 2x6 increments. So great question. Hope that made sense. Dawn will tell me if it did or did not.
It makes sense to me. So
okay.
We'll see. Liz is asking if it's possible to have the cathedral ceiling and a bonus room in that home.
I'm gonna let Dawn pull up the work copy, and knowing, Dawn, that I can't see exactly what you're looking at. I can't remember if the bonus room goes directly above the family room or not. So if you could tell me that. If the bonus room is over the kitchen dining area, then it's possible.
So it looks like the bonus room on this plan actually goes over the bedrooms.
Spare bedrooms?
Okay. That's the wall that's changing.
Okay. So then in that case, you could do at least some form of a ceiling treatment in the family room because it looks like the bonus space goes over there, not over here.
And it's leaving that beautiful ceiling treatment in place. So I'm thinking we can do that.
And you probably could play on the website if it'll let you do the cathedral ceiling and the bonus room. That's usually an indicator that you can. Otherwise, if they're grayed out, it's because one cancels the other out. I think that's how that works.
Yes.
Dawn has confirmed that's how that works.
Yes. Now, also do keep in mind that just because you can't add 2 options together on the website doesn't mean that it's not possible. It just takes a little bit of maneuvering to make things work exactly how you like them to.
Yeah, and that's what our design consultants, Liz, are really, really great at, is sitting down and kind of sketching that out, finding out what's important to you, and figuring out a way we can make that work if that's what really is important.
Yes. Jennifer's asking if we know the name of the stone that is on the model.
I think it used to be called rattlesnake, but I'll defer to Dawn to see what's on the options addendum, the color selection chart. But I believe at the time, because we weren't showing rattlesnake anywhere, we wanted to be able to show it, and that's the color that we ended up choosing. But I want to make sure that I'm right about that. Maybe she can go to another question. We can check that while she's looking.
Well, and of course, it's not actually on the color chart in my system. So any of the spring consultants are watching. Let's let
it would just be Jerry right now. Jerry's the only. He's our.
Well, Wendy's been hanging out too. She might know.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Catherine is asking if they wanted a pool with the home. Can we work with companies to include it? That's
a great question. And the answer is, do you work with companies? And that answer is yes, we will. We don't have any that we keep kind of as a portfolio or anything like that that we recommend. Pools are just, they're too big of a variable for us to keep a steady stable of pool contractors as references. But we have worked with customers in the past who've chosen pool companies and been able to make that work. The biggest caveat to that is we want to be sure that it will actually fit in the appraisal, and that we are going to want to sit down with the pool contractor, kind of vet them from a financial stability standpoint, and then also vet them from a timeline, that they're real clear on when their work needs to be done, because it will have to be done prior to closing if it's being included in the loan. Great question, Catherine. But in most cases, our customers end up doing it after the fact, after the home is finished. They've kind of got a good feel of how they want their backyard to lay out once they've been there for a couple of weeks or months, and then they typically get a pool in at that time. But.
Okay. Samantha is asking about the base price for the model and whether it includes everything that we've seen in this model tour.
So Dawn is going to help out with that. And so the price that you would see on the internet that Dawn's going to obtain is going to depend on exactly where you're building as well, Samantha. So you can let us know exactly what county you're thinking about. It does vary. The pricing is on the website for the base, and there are going to be a few things in here that are options. We got some wood floors in the family room and foyer area and dining room. We've got some upgraded cabinetry in places. Really, it's less than light fixture packages, plumbing packages, things like that. So the base price on the website wouldn't have every single thing that's in here. We highly recommend you sitting down with a design consultant because it's got some wide casing and baseboards and some little intricate little details like that we want to be sure we account for.
Okay.
But they can price it out for you pretty easily.
And Wendy backed you up that it is rattlesnake stone. Samantha just let me know that she is in Palo Pinto County. So let me pull.
Palo Pinto County, up near Lake Possum Kingdom. We like
All
Palo
right.
Pinto County.
So
Pretty
your
close.
base price there, the San Jacinto, looking at the D, which is the elevation of the model, you're starting at around $328,000 on this home.
There you go, Samantha. Thank you, Dawn. You saved the day, as usual.
You're welcome. Jennifer is asking if we paint the walls the color the client wants, or does the client take care of that on their own?
Oh, no, we absolutely paint the walls. We have heard that there are competitors of ours that don't include paint in the base price, and that would be awkward to show up in your house. But yes, absolutely, we paint it. You select the color. That's part of all the design center criteria. You select the color. We help you with that. Not just the wall and ceiling color, but the trim color, which doorknob finish, light fixture finish, the color of the outlets and switch plates on your home. All of that stuff goes into. Got the ceiling fans, the blade, all that stuff goes into. It's a whole day of fun for you.
And they don't have to all be the same color. You do have the ability to add in some accent walls or some different colors if you're interested in that.
Sure.
Arena is asking if they can get black faucets and cabinet hardware through us. They're wanting that modern farmhouse vibe.
Yeah, so I would check out. We could check out from our supplier if they have actual black. So I'm guessing you're meaning darker than the oil rub bronze, which is kind of what we're showing here. We use Delta. We really like Delta fixtures. They really do a good job staying behind their product. So we could check their site out, see if there's an offering through them that we can get all black. But I mean, if they offer it, we can certainly get it.
Yeah, absolutely. Nora is asking if she goes with spray foam insulation, does the AC unit have to be in the attic?
Well, I guess it doesn't technically have to be in the attic, but there'd be no real reason not to put it in the attic if you're doing spray foam, because you're basically making the attic almost as part of the conditioned space. So the attic in a spray foam home is not hot like an attic is in there. Now, if you're wanting it to be down in an area for a reason to get to it, Nora, to be able to access it, that can be done. Although the only thing you're going to need to be able to get to it for would be changing the media filter. You got a 4-inch thick media filter that you'll need to change out. But apart from that, there's really no reason for you to go to the air conditioning unit. Maybe to put a little bleach down the drain every now and then that it drains out of. But the kicker is it's not just a cylinder unit or small unit like the size of a water heater anymore. So now that we've got fresh air intakes, we've got return airs that go to every single room with a door on it. So every bedroom and study in this house, plus the return air in the hallway. So you probably got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 return airs in this house. Every one of those has a ductwork that goes back to that air handler. So I'm saying all that to say you need a room that's like 5 by 8 minimum downstairs if you want the AC unit to be accessible at the same level of the rest of the home. So that's a lot of area to give up these days. And again, that's because all of the fresh air intakes and the return airs and the ductwork itself going to all the registers everywhere. It's just not like it used to be where it would go in a cabinet, in older homes. So with spray foam insulation, the attic is a great place to put the AC unit, and it's a lot less wear and tear on your AC unit if it's in the attic in a spray foam home.
Okay, that makes sense. Jabo is asking on the Frio what the square footage is on the 4th bedroom option. and also asking about the upstairs bonus room on the Frio. Is it possible to add a fourth bedroom and the bonus room?
It sounds like J-Bo needs an appointment with a sales consultant that can
I
help
agree.
we're going to be dragging him down like a boat anchor, whereas the sales consultant could be flying high with him and have all this stuff to him. J-Bo, I'm going to let Dawn kind of look with that, or maybe one of the other, maybe the if a marketing coordinator is on to look through that on the website and see about those footage changes, and we'll get that to you.
Yes, I'm working on that. I don't see an area tabulation chart that would have given me the quick answers to that. So we will figure it out, J-Bo, and we will get back to you.
And again, Joe, if you haven't already sent us a private message, do that, and we'll get that information to you.
Yeah, especially since you're with us on YouTube, because our YouTube comments kind of disappear after the fact. I haven't figured out where to find them. So
do that sooner than later, J-Bo.
Go to our website.
Give us your information sooner.
Send us an inquiry, and we can get that answer to you.
Yeah, get us an email address. That'd be good.
All right, awesome.
But keep watching us on YouTube. We love our fans on YouTube. What other questions? Do we have all the questions? Did we get them all?
Well, Angelica asked what color the walls are in the house, and Wendy was kind enough to answer that it is a Sherwin-Williams color called Latte.
I was going to guess that, by the way, Wendy. I would have nailed it. But thanks for stealing my thunder. Thank you, Wendy.
And then Arena just wanted to let us know that thank you for answering her question, and she's working on the ciphers with Jerry there in spring.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Arena. Appreciate it.
And that is all the questions that I am seeing today.
Fantastic. Well, we are certainly grateful for everyone who tuned in today. Thank you, Dawn, for managing this.
Yes.
And being the master of ceremonies, as you always are. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Wendy, for helping us out. And all of our customers that tuned in and prospects, be sure to check us out on all of our various channels. We got our YouTube channel. We have our Facebook page. We have our Instagram page. Of course, we have the website that's got, tons of information. Tell them about the videos that we have on our YouTube channel, Don. Tell us what's going on over there.
We have lots of videos on our YouTube channel. So we have all kinds of customer stories. We have a whole craftsmanship group of videos that explain kind of the construction aspects of our home. So it's a good thing if you're looking to prime and then to kind of learn more about how we put our homes together. And then we also have all of these videos that we've done since we started doing this in March are actually over on our YouTube channel. And you can, if you're not a big fan of YouTube and don't want to go straight there, you can actually find them all on our blog. So there's a lot of good content there on our website as well.
All right, so that's tilsonhome.com. You can go there, link over to our YouTube, or go to search YouTube for Tilson Homes. We'll be glad to help you any way that we can. Please reach out. All of our design centers are open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6, Sundays, noon to 6. And we really hope to soon make you part of the Tilson